You have range anxiety?
I guess yes, because John was cutting the music to make sure we have enough batteries to go home, because we probably won't have that much kilometer left when we arrive. And then I was like, oh, it's more dramatic without music. I'm like,
So do you have range anxiety with an electric vehicle? Well, let me show you how simple this is. You don't need to have range anxiety when everything is figured out for you. So right here on the touch screen, we've got our destination. So I put it in verbally, pushing the little face with the vocal cords coming out. So I just hit that little button there. I tell the vehicle where I want to go. I put the cruise control on, and I've got hands-free driving. It's driving itself. The hands-free is now working fantastically since I got an update. And to have an update, I just had to connect with Ford Pass. Once I downloaded the Ford Pass app, I added the serial number or the VIN number of the vehicle into Ford Pass. And once that was done, it was pretty simple. I pressed activate on my cell phone, accepted everything here, and now I downloaded by connecting my house Wi-Fi to the vehicle itself, while I was asleep, downloaded a new programming where the Blue Cruise is actually working really well, because I've been using Blue Cruise now for pretty much the whole time. So I have my hands free, and when you do verbally, so here we're getting to the point, here's the big one that I love. I verbally put in my destination, and here, no more range anxiety whatsoever. It says I've got 96 kilometers of battery, now 94 kilometers of battery because I'm going uphill. You see it instantly adjusted to my current driving. So that's part of the new Ford download that went down. It's now adjusting to real world conditions live. So I went up that hill. It was like 1 kilometer of hill. I lost 3 kilometers of range. So it's instant. I don't have to be stressed. And at the bottom, my destination says I'm arriving in 60 kilometers to my destination. I've got 93 kilometers of range. So nothing at all to worry about. I'm not going to pull over to do one of this. I'm not going to pull over for 10, 15 minutes to charge up to make sure I make it. I know I'm going to make it. And let's say the reverse was true. Let's say I had 93 kilometers left to get home, but only 60 kilometers of range. Well, on the map, it shows me where all the electric chargers are. I've had lots of opportunity, even in the countryside, to pull over. Now, the countryside, it's mostly smaller chargers, so it's longer. But on the main highway, I'd have to pull over. In 10, 15 minutes, I'd have more than enough to make up for, let's say, the fictional 30 kilometers, even if it was 30 miles. Those fast chargers charge really quick. You can go from about 15% to 80% in about 38, 40 minutes if you've got the fastest charger. So if you're only missing, 50 miles, you just stop, you get what you need, and you carry on your way. So no range anxiety. This is going great. The hands-free is pretty nice because I can talk to y'all, and when I'm not talking to y'all, I'm talking to Marie or the dogs in the back. So they're having a good time. Lily was sick, even though this is unbelievably comfortable. She's still got a bit of motion sickness. So it doesn't pass Lily's test for comfort, but it definitely passes our test for comfort. This is the most comfortable vehicle I've ever driven. It's incredible. I did not feel any regrets in passing the Hyundai EV6. It looks great. Love the look of the vehicle. We also passed the Ioniq, the Ioniq 5 electric vehicle, but it's great. Sorry, was it a Kia EV6 or was it the
EV6? Yeah.
Yeah, EV6. We passed an EV6. Looked gorgeous, but this truck is so practical. We've got tools in the front trunk. So we used our jack to get into the cottage. We had to jack up the cottage just to get the door open. So we've got tools up front. We've got a tiny little bit of stuff in the back. We brought a shovel, a little bit of equipment in the back, but everyone is very comfortable in the vehicle. Lots of space. Loving the Ford F-150 Lightning. No regrets on the choice. And had I gotten, let's say, an XLT standard battery, I would have had more than enough range, and the price isn't that much more than a gas-powered XLT 302. And then you don't have to pay for gas anymore. And in my area, charging is next to nothing. I get a full charge from my house for about $3. And I get about, when it's warmer, I'll be getting about 515 kilometers, which is about 350 miles roughly. And in the winter I get 300 kilometers, which is about 200 miles of range in the winter. So very, very happy with the choice here. He's loving it too. We'll keep you all updated on what's going on. The cottage update, well, the renovations are really probably what's now going to be a tear down. That's on JCCR Adventures, so subscribe to follow what's going on our adventures side of things. And for more car content, you just need to hit subscribe as well as the bell notification. And until that have range anxiety?
I guess yes, because John was cutting the music to make sure we have enough batteries to go home, because we probably won't have that much kilometer left when we arrive. And then I was like, oh, it's more dramatic without music. I'm like, will we arrive home correctly? With music it was more easy. We didn't think about it. We have fun. So now, yeah, anxiety is at a higher level now that it's silence.
But you don't need to have range anxiety, because with the Ford F-150 Lightning, it adapts. If you put in your destination, it's constantly adapting to, well, you can see right there, battery 60 kilometers. How much I have left to get to my destination, 28. So I'm not worried one bit. The vehicle lets you know. Now I have reduced my speed, I've turned off the radio, and I've even turned off the heating to make sure I make it back and that I'm not at zero. But we have 19% left. I have no range anxiety because I have put in my destination. So it's actually constantly updating. So when I came on the highway, instead of the back roads, it updated the destination. If you change off your main route and take a new destination to get home, it will also update. So it's, live updates to adjust to things like big hills like this. So it's a very smart system. So Marie,
you turned down the heat? I don't feel it. Oh.
Life's still good. That's telling me to watch the road, so I better get back to the work of the barely any work required to drive while on Blue Cruise. So stay tuned, we've got a whole video covering Blue Cruise, because you need to know some things about the system to have this Blue Cruise work great. You need to have the update, so stay tuned and catch that video. That concludes everything, so until next time, we wish you all more cars and more power. Take care, everybody.